Hello there, colleague. How are you? Dr. Nefertiti Pointer here with the Deborah Center for Resilient Children. I'm so excited to have a few minutes of your time. So today I want to ask you a question. Do you ever talk back to your younger self, the part of you who you say, boy, if I knew what I knew now? Well, today I want to do that. And I want to give you 3 things I wish I knew when I started education. 3 things I wish I knew when I became a teacher. You ready? All right. Number one. I wish I knew how important it was to be a little selfish. So listen, I wish I knew how important it was that I prioritize my self-care. That's what I mean when I say be a little selfish. You know, when you're becoming an educator and you get into the classroom, there's so many things that you want to do. You want to get the bulletin boards right. You want to make sure you have all the school supplies. You want to meet the parents. You want to make sure leadership is satisfied. And you're doing all that stuff, and you sometimes forget about you. Well, at least that's what I did. So if I had to think about things I wish I knew differently when I started education, it would be to make sure I am a little selfish. And what I mean by that is prioritizing my self-care, mind, body, and spirit. The second thing I wish I knew when I was a teacher was how important it was and is to stay curious. There were so many things that happened to me as a teacher that I did not see coming. Challenging behaviors, difficult parents, not always having the best success with some leadership. And these are, again, my experiences. But each one of those came to teach me a lesson. A lesson about myself, a lesson about working with others, lessons in empathy and understanding. I wish I knew how important it was to stay curious and to always ask myself the question, what has this scenario, this situation, what has it come to teach you? Stay curious, Nefertiti, and always be a ready learner. That's the second thing I wish I knew when I was beginning my career as an educator. The third thing that I wish I knew, and I've learned this lesson, and I'm so glad I can sit before you and say this together. I wish I knew how important it was to enjoy every moment of the journey. Listen, there are so many amazing things that come with being a teacher, and there are also some valley moments. But each one of those is part of the journey. And when you put it all together, it's a beautiful road trip. Yes, it is going to have some red lights and some detours, some yields and some valley low moments. But I wish that I knew how important it was to enjoy the journey. So listen, these 3 things I've learned, I've kind of learned them retrospectively, looking back at my career, but you're still listening to me. So maybe you can take them and do something good with them as I reflect with you today about 3 things I wish I knew when I started my career as an educator. All right. Again, thank you for listening. My name is Dr. Nefertiti Pointer with the Deborah Center for Resilient Children. I'll see you next time.